Where there's smoke, there's firewood. But it's not the forest ablaze, rather this fragrance in front of us. Good tidings to you over there. We take our sky stall back to the shelves of the off-retail stores and land upon Zahreen perfumes once again. We have reviewed their All-Fair inspiration, and now we get to take a peek at a potential By the Fireplace fill-in. Welcome, Wahaj Firewood. This is a potential unisex fragrance that seems to have released in the past year or so. I say potential because their website doesn't seem to work for me anymore. I can't get the specifics of what it is supposed to be marketed towards. If I had to just take a guess off the bat, I'd say unisex. I am curious if anyone else has stumbled upon this fragrance house and what their opinions are, that is if they liked it or not. For me so far, the previous one, it was okay. This one I guess we'll get into in a moment. I will say this does generally seem to live only at the rack stores such as TJ Maxx or Marshall's. So if you're looking for this, keep that in mind. And if you're not looking for this, well, hopefully this video gave you the information that you potentially needed to decide that and or help assist you in your endeavors. And if it did neither one of those things, my bad. Now, initial impressions. Bottle is more or less the same. There's not a whole lot of bite to it. Just has its little branding. Cap is relatively snug, just as before. So these caps kind of remind me of like woven baskets you take to the park for just a nice Sunday afternoon, maybe a sandwich or what have you. I don't know, just throwing that out there because why not? There's your batch number. The potential notes we can expect inside of this are the following: saffron, peach, and cloves for the top notes. For your middle notes, we have toffee, heliotrope, and good old guaiacwood. As for those base notes, we have vanilla, amberwood, and patchouli. Not quite sure what amberwood's supposed to be, since amber is more of an accord of something, or several things, so I guess we'll find out together. As we usually do around here, we'll do one spray for the sky, and of course, one for the skin. Solid little spray right there. And another one right there. And as it usually goes, we'll be right back. And we are back. Now the first thing that I recall when I stumbled upon this fragrance at the store was there was 2 bottles, and one of them had a very awful scent to it. I won't lie, it smelled a little bit like IPA in a bottle without a proper blending of smells and all the good stuff. And then I found this one right next to it, and I was like, you know what, let me just smell another one in case the, what do people call it, maceration, or like the blending of the oils and the alcohol is not quite settled. You get a little bit of that nasty separation. This one seems to be a tad better than the other one. I'll share that just in case y'all do come across it at the store. I will say be careful about the blend of this just right off the bat. I do smell the saffron just a wee bit as that fall smell that I have in the past. Just this undercarriage of wafting leaves with a hint of exotic nature, something like that, I don't know. There's also a dab of spice, which I presume is the cloves, just a wee bit on the back end. For the peach note, there is this slightest weird, like I wouldn't say sour, but just a hint of fruit really up close on the skin, not a whole lot in the air, but it just kind of dances and fades quite fast. A little bit longer, there's this like burning charcoal scent that starts to take over, and it is layered upon a sugar dessert scent, kind of doing a little bit of a back and forth. I presume that's from the toffee or vanilla. Kind of smells like burnt sugar-free Werther's candy, which is quite strange, but at the same time, I've smelled worse things, I guess, you know. As for the firewood scent of this, I will say it's a tad lacking. Yeah, the burning charcoal is kind of there, but it's just that burning Werther's for the most of its scent story. The guaiacwood does bring a hint of, like, I don't know if it's a smoke, but a little bit of wood going on there, but for the most part, it's okay. For price, it's 17 bucks. Not awful, and there is no boxes with these bottles usually at the store, so you can give it a quick test up there without feeling like a savage by ripping open a sealed container and testing it, which seems to happen every time I go up there. There's just a litter of boxes and fragrances all over the place. For performance, I'll say its cloud cardio is a little bit odd. I feel like my first time spraying it, it would last and last and last a little bit longer, but I will say as of late, it seems to kind of lack that same longevity. That or it's one of those scents that becomes anosmic quite quickly. A few hours on the skin, I would say, and then only about 6 hours on the clothes for me that I can still kind of detect. As for the projection, Its cloud cape seems to kind of suffer from the same circle as its performance. It's large at first, then kind of softens to more of a fresh level of silage, and it's only after a few wears I started to notice this. Just something to keep in mind, because you may be dropping like scent storms behind you and you not even know it. For practicality, it's rather limited in application in my opinion. It's another cold day or night scent. Wearing it in the heat had made me start to detect just a little bit of that vanilla rubber thing, which is very unpleasant. Indoor spaces, I would say, not bother too heavy unless it's light in application or you just don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, it's you and your fragrance and you wear what you like. Just keep in mind of the general consensus of it might not be the best for those around you. Now, with all that being said, I'd give this around a 3.25 out of 5 little clouds. It is cheap, may last, but may make you nose blind quite fast, has the potential for sillage behind you if you can still pick it up, but it only has a few areas of wear throughout its life, and may come off not the most enjoyable to those around you. I would say, I've had better firewood fragrances that fit a tad bit more in for around the same price, but this does offer a twist on burning spicy toffee that is different enough to give it the occasional reach. But if all that doesn't sound like your jazz, then this probably won't be your jam. Feel free to like and subscribe. I never mind it, and I always do appreciate it, and I always do appreciate you. Anyhow, anywho, and anyway, I think that'll do it for us today. I appreciate you stopping on by as always, and I do hope to see you again real soon. Goodbye for now.